All right, guys, what is up? So happy to have you back here at the Comics Lounge. It's been a while since I've done a video just me, but that is what it is. And we are kind of talking comics and doing all things related to D23 tonight. And I can't wait to get started. But before we do, let's hit the old school intro because D23 has not been here for a while. And let's just kick it old school.
The Avengers. That's what we call ourselves. Earth's mightiest heroes.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
All right, so tonight we are talking all things D23, what's been going on with D23, and then we are also going to be talking about all the stuff that's come out of D23 so far. So let's start with what's happened with D23 first. First of all, we've gotten the Little Mermaid teaser trailer. That was really awesome. We've also seen that there's been some news with the Ahsoka series. We've seen they've dropped Mufasa, the Lion King. It's a Lion King prequel, which I believe, if I'm not wrong, is the second time we've ever gotten a prequel story to anything remotely related to an original Disney movie. So the first one was obviously Cruella, which was the prequel to 101 Dalmatians. And now we're getting Lion King, which is the prequel to, Mufasa, the Lion King, which is the prequel to The Lion King. And actually, I stand corrected. Maleficent, I believe, was technically considered a prequel. I'll have to check with my wife. She knows a lot more about Maleficent than I do. But that's just one of those things that they're releasing. Another thing that I'm super excited for, the people who made the Uncharted video game, they're going to be making the video game all about T'Challa and Captain America in World War II, and it has been confirmed that it's not T'Challa. So sorry, I stand corrected. Black Panther and Captain America in World War II. And it will not be T'Challa. I'm guessing it will be his father, which is really awesome. We know based on Civil War that his father probably would have been young in that time period. It's hard to tell how old T'Challa is. We never really got an accurate age on him, I don't believe. And if it's not T'Challa, or if it's not T'Chaka, then it will be T'Chaka's father, so T'Challa's grandfather. Either way, this is set to be a really amazing video game, and I cannot wait to see what happens with it and the storyline they choose to go with. I always love a Hydra storyline. That should be absolutely amazing. It is kind of interesting because Black Panther's first role, the first time we ever saw him, was in Fantastic Four, so to then team him up with Captain America is a little bit interesting, but I could definitely see it happening, and it is a very cool way to kind of play that European North African theater and how Black Panther would have played into that. So I'm really hoping that they dive into the history of this and keep it very historical while also keeping it very comic accurate. Both of those things would make it absolutely amazing. And let's just be real. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to history and comics, and that's one of the reasons I collect comics is I love the history behind them, and I can't wait to see where they go with that storyline and the storylines that could possibly spin off of this for a future video game, which could mean tons and tons of different ideas that they end up doing. Obviously, this all came out of Sony making the PS4 Spider-Man game, and now there's going to be a Midnight Suns video game. So they're not only building movies and TV shows as well as print material, but now they're going to start building out with this amazing medium of video games, and I can't wait to see where all of that goes. The other big announcement that we got, so there was a Tron game announced. There is so Thor Love and Thunder is now streaming on Disney Plus, and I believe that's all that I've gotten so far that is not just rumor. That's all the stuff that's kind of come out of Disney Plus D23 convention. Oh, another one real quick. Inside Out 2 has been announced. So let's move into what we might expect to see at D23. What are my theories? What are my predictions? And where do I think it's all going to go from here? So I definitely think I'm not just dropping this as clickbait. I definitely want you guys to know that this is something I really am excited for and really am predicting for this to take place. I seriously believe that if Doctor Doom is not in Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever during the movie, he will be in a post-credit scene in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's a reveal much like some of the reveals we've gotten where they literally walk up and show their face like we did with Thanos, or where he goes, fine, I'll do it myself, or where it's more of like that Blade reveal where they show the sword and then you hear Blade's voice in the background. I don't know which one I'm more excited for if they go that route, but I definitely think they will. I think that to put him in the movie would overshadow the two main characters, Namor and Black Panther. And I think this trailer that they are going to release tomorrow might finally reveal who the next Black Panther will be. Personally, I'm leaning towards Shuri. I think that she's the next in line. It makes total sense. It makes sense from the comic books. Michael B. Jordan has been noted to be in the movie, but I don't know. It feels like if he's in the movie, he could be in it as a supporting character or someone who kind of is picking up the pieces, but I don't see him after the events of Black Panther becoming the Black Panther. One, I don't think that it's plausible. I don't think it would be allowed by the matriarchs, as well as I don't believe that it is going to be the direction that Marvel is going to be taking this character. I think this character is definitely amazing, and Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job with him. But there are some things that just, it doesn't need to go in that direction. It could easily just stay as it was and move into Shuri being the Black Panther, and everyone be totally fine with it. She's proven that she is a force to be reckoned with. She has proven that she is truly one of the best scientific minds of the MCU, and as well as her generation, and smarter than even some who have come before her, and has the technology and the know-how to use that technology. So to sideline her for another movie might be Marvel's downfall. And I don't think they would have done that if Chadwick Boseman did not unfortunately pass away. I think they would have kept him for a full trilogy, but unfortunately, it is what it is. We kind of just have to go with the flow, and that's where it goes from there. And he will be another kind of world united, or not United States, but earthly hero. Someone who's probably not going to be leading the attack off world, but definitely will stay on the ground and be a ground troop. I should say, will stay on the ground and be a ground troop for any future major battles, and definitely a major player in Secret Wars. Another one is that we will finally get Werewolf by Night announced. I'm not really going to move. I'm just going to kind of move past that one. It's a very safe way to kind of just announce it and kind of move past it. I don't think that they really need to spend too much time on it. If they don't announce it, I wouldn't be upset. It's one of those characters that it's like, yeah, that'd be amazing. It would be awesome and a lot of fan service to have Werewolf by Night in the MCU, especially with Moon Knight, and that's how Moon Knight got introduced in the first place. But I don't think that needs to be announced yet. I don't even think it needs to happen, in all honesty. If Disney wants to do it and Marvel wants to do it and they want to have it play into some future story, great. If it just is a one shot like a couple comics are, and they have a really great writer and director, and it just doesn't pertain to anything else MCU, fine by me too. It's one of those things that I'm taking or leaving at this point. And it's a lot like Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is a absolutely phenomenal show. She's a phenomenal character, and I can't wait to see her in the Marvels, which is the Captain Marvel 2 movie. But her show was phenomenal. I'm not taking that away from her. Did it need to be made to introduce her? I really don't think it had to be. I think that you could have taken a lot of it and put it into the Marvels and been perfectly a-okay with it, because you've introduced Monica Rambeau and her powers. You already know Carol Danvers and her powers. To then throw Miss Marvel into there and introduce her into a movie and give her a side origin story while we're going through the inciting action and the inciting force of the movie leading up to the climax would have been perfectly doable and perfectly fine. Is it a ton of fan service to do something like this? Yes. And that is why one of the biggest things that I think they will do, and a safe bet for you guys, is that you will see some amazing directors get announced. The MCU will finally make it official who is directing what, such as Matt Shakman, who will finally be announced officially for being the director to go after and be on board with and direct the Fantastic Four movie that we are all so excited about in Phase 6. Let's see. We might finally get some Guardians of the Galaxy footage, but this is the one I'm excited for. This is the one that I am super excited for. It is extremely likely, and I can't wait to see if Marvel does it, because if they do, they are saying to their fans, we absolutely love you and we want you to just continue to enjoy every minute of fan service and every minute of movies that we give you. And that is Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3 has been teased to us since before COVID. Ryan Reynolds said Phase 5 is when it was happening. And yes, the mutants are technically in the MCU right now, but they haven't really gotten a full MCU birth. And this would completely change. That'd be the first mutant focused MCU movie ever, and that is amazing. I mean, can we honestly say that that's not awesome? So I'm super excited, because everything that I've been seeing from Ryan Reynolds lately has been that he's training for something, and it should be, my guess is that it would come out in early 2024 with it, which is a phase 5 slot. And honestly, I can't wait for it. Deadpool 1 and 2 were some of the best superhero movies, some of the best comedy movies, some of the best action movies I have ever seen. It was perfect fan service with an amazing story, an amazing storyline, with an even better cast, with an even better villain lineup, with an even better future to take it to the next level. And all of that being said makes it so that it is the next best, just amazing story. I mean, where else can you go? Why would you not take this to a perfect trilogy? I mean, a lot of times we've seen with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Iron Man 3, Thor 4. That really doesn't count because it's not a third in the trilogy. But let's be real. If we discount Thor 2 as a part of that trilogy because it kind of didn't fit in because it wasn't good. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox for a minute. This could be the worst Deadpool film because it's the third in a trilogy. Just based on any trilogy that we've seen. Usually the third movie is the most lackluster of the three. It tends to be that way. And I mean, that's okay. Obviously, Infinity War completely proved us wrong with that. Captain America Civil War completely proved us wrong with that. We don't know how Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to shake out yet. We wish we did, but unfortunately Disney fired James Gunn for a short time. And with all that being said, I think it is completely plausible that we could easily see Ryan Reynolds taking stage at D23 showing off Deadpool. And honestly, since it's Ryan Reynolds, I could see him either looking like Deadpool or wearing the Deadpool suit, breaking the fourth wall, like all of that stuff. And I can't wait to see what they do if and when they finally do reveal that, which I'm guessing is tomorrow at D23. Another safe bet, something that's pretty likely to happen, something that has kind of been revealed and has been rumored up and down over and over again, is the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts is an amazing movie that needs to be made because the Thunderbolts is just an amazing team up. It's a bunch of anti-heroes. Some heroes have joined over the years. Some villains have joined over the years. And it should be absolutely amazing. And we will finally get to see, if they do confirm it, finally get to see the Punisher in the true MCU. And let's be real, who doesn't want to see Frank in the MCU? I mean, I do. Another thing that I could definitely see as somewhat likely is some Blade news. It has not started filming yet, so to see that news would be really awesome, and just kind of being able to break down whatever they do release about that, because obviously it's been a while since they've talked about Blade. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since Eternals has come out, and we haven't even talked about Dane Whitman or Blade coming out or doing anything with those two characters. And I mean, let's be real. We need to do something with those characters. Those characters are freaking amazing. So let's just get some really awesome stuff. Like, let's go somewhere with it. Going back to where I was talking about Miss Marvel, we'll probably get a first look at Miss Marvel. Not a clip, I don't think, because I don't think it started filming yet. But I definitely believe that it would most likely be like who's going to be in it, and kind of seeing possibly who the villain of it is. Where will they take it? Is it going to be cosmic? Is it going to be more earthly? Is it going to be just kind of off-world? Not really like out in the universe, but not on Earth, kind of like in space type of thing. Kind of like at the sword facility that we saw at the end of Captain Marvel. So it should be absolutely amazing. We obviously know there's a lot of Disney Plus series coming out. And I mean, pretty much that's what I'm going for. One prediction that I have is that they will announce Armor Wars, and that basically there's a reason why they left it off the list at Comic-Con. And I think they're not ready to say anything about it yet. With Ironheart being in the MCU now, Ironheart being in Wakanda Forever, I think some stuff's going to go down. I think she's going to lose that suit or lose parts of it, and it's going to fall into the wrong hands, kind of the same way it did in Iron Man 1. But that's going to cause Armor Wars. That's going to bring back Hammer Industries, AIM, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see if they actually do Armor Wars, because that will just kind of be the icing on the cake for Phase 5, to see Don Cheadle don that suit one more time and Ironheart be in it. And just I'm very excited for it. The fact that we're getting an Ironheart show, though, does lead me to believe that they are kind of just going to say, you know what, Ironheart is going to be Armor Wars. It's going to be an origin story of the shakeup after the events of Wakanda Forever. And would I be totally upset with that? No. Would I be kind of annoyed? A little bit. But at the same time, I think that would be a great way to do Armor Wars and lead into something amazing. Just the same way I kind of see them using She-Hulk as a jumping off point for the Defenders, which is why they're doing Daredevil in it and then doing Daredevil Born Again shortly after. That's pretty much my list. There's a lot of sequels that I could see coming out. One sequel that we've been waiting on for a long time, since 2008, is getting World War Hulk. We're also, I could imagine that they're going to do something with Shang-Chi 2, announcing that. I don't know if that's going to be phase 5 or phase 6, but I could see it being in phase 5 or phase 6. I think they're going to make phase 5 longer, and that they were teasing us at San Diego Comic-Con simply because it seems as though they shortened phase 4 significantly. They shortened phase 4, phase 5, and phase 6 are much shorter than phases 1, 2, and 3. And I don't know that that's a great thing. I don't know that that's going to be, it's kind of like a buildup. Like phase 4 is kind of like 2 years. Phase 5 ends up being 2 to 3. And then phase 6 ends up being 3 or 4. I don't know how that's going to shake out. But right now it's like each one is 2 years long. And I don't know. I want a lot of projects, but I don't want a lot of projects. I don't want the burnout, I guess is the best way to put it. So Shang-Chi 2, Eternals 2, and the big one that I really don't foresee yet is releasing something about Nova. As much as I want to see Nova, as much as Nova is my boy, like I've got an 8-0 Nova #1. I love Nova. Richard Rider is the man. He is an amazing character, and just beyond anything we've seen in the MCU yet up until this point. And I really want to see Nova. I want to see them do justice by Nova. And I'm hoping for Nova to put his best foot forward, I guess is the best way to put it. What I don't know is if I want the reveal to be at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, if I want the reveal to be his own solo movie, or if I want it, I definitely don't want Nova to be a Disney Plus show. That's definitely off the table in my mind. I could see them doing it, but I really think it would be doing a injustice to that character. And correct me if I'm wrong, but they really haven't done a non-earthly Disney Plus show yet. And let's be real. If not counting What If, real life live shows, like real life shows, live action, they have not done anything off-world yet. And honestly, I could see them easily doing something off-world with some characters they have for the Disney Plus shows, but everything they've announced so far besides Secret Invasion has been worldly, has been earthbound. And I think there's a reason to that. I think they're going to keep the TV shows more street level hero type of stuff. The movies, more of like those big heroes and the cosmic realms, and then the mystical realm as well, because there's a lot. You need a good budget for those, which leads me into my next and last prediction, which is they will talk about Doctor Strange 3, where that's going, as well as Wanda, Scarlet Witch, getting her very own Disney Plus, or not Disney Plus, excuse me, her very own solo movie. She's been working up to it since her introduction in Age of Ultron, and I can't wait for them to do a Scarlet Witch solo movie where Vision comes back. I think that's why White Vision has kind of stayed out of the picture. And obviously you can't do everything. It's not the comics. It's not coming out monthly. It's not coming out 30 issues in a week or 30 issues in a month, 5 issues every week of connected stories. That's not how this works. So realistically, a movie where Scarlet Witch and White Vision kind of meet up and team up and She realizes that that's her vision, and that's why they had that conversation, vision and the vision. In the end of the WandaVision show, honestly, I can't wait to see what they do with those two characters and a solo movie. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I know this has been different than our typical live streams, but I want to do a long form kind of breakdown, prediction. Basically, where's D23 going and where has it been so far now that it's Friday night and pretty much all the panels are done for the night. And that's that. Thank you guys for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you live. If you are watching this on the replay, please make sure that you go subscribe, like, and comment. And if you have not joined the Loungers, make sure to check out what it is that we do with our Lounger perks. And stay tuned tonight. Later tonight, I will be doing an awesome reveal. And that will be a giveaway. And then tomorrow, I finally have made this video. I know I've been talking about it for a week now, actually longer than a week. A raffle all about the mystery box, Venom, Carnage, and Spider-Man themed mystery box. That is getting revealed, and it will be up on Instagram very soon. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. I cannot wait to see you guys again next week. Same bad time, same bad place. Check us out, the Comics Lounge. You never know what we're going to be doing next or talking about next. It's always a crazy time. Alex should be back next week, and we'll probably have a couple guests with us, a couple people who went to D23, and that will be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fun. Stay nerdy, comic fam. And I'm going to keep saying comic fam, even though those stupid influencers kind of ruined it. I've been saying it for forever, and I did not copy it from anyone. I just kind of said it one day, and that was that. So stay nerdy and have a great night. If you're watching this during the day, have a great day.